Hey guys, Pichu here, and these are the qualifier races for the Food City Dirt Race at Bristol. They will each have 15 laps and 10 drivers. Every driver will make the field, so a total of 40 cars will enter here in the Food City Dirt Race. They will be scored 10-1 based on where they finished in the qualifier races. 10 is for first place, 9 points for second place, 8 points for third, and so forth. And they will also gain a point for every position they gained from their starting position in their qualifier race. So, for example, if a driver started in 5th, finished in 4th, they will gain an additional point. So that's an example of how this works. So the driver with the most points starts on the pole for the race, and I'll show you all the points that each driver earned at the end of the video and the lineup along with it. Anyway, before we continue though, I do have a couple things to say. First off, we will have 4 open entries in this field to make it a full 40 car field. The first one is Josh Berry. Then there's also going to be Jimmy Johnson in this field. And of course we know that 13 of Jonathan Davenport will be competing for Colleague. The last one to make it an even 40, I've added a dirt track driver that is well known in the truck series and has a lot of experience on dirt tracks as well. It is Stuart Friesen in the 52. He's bringing his Hallmark Friesen team over to the Cup Series for one race only, as he will be competing in the Food City Dirt Race here tonight at Bristol. Before we begin, I do want to mention a couple things. First off, we will now be having double file restarts after every caution period is over, like they do in real life. If you haven't seen my update video I did a while back, I was finally able to make double file restarts work with the game after caution periods end, so double file restarts will now be a thing, and not just the cars with the lap cars on one side and the lead lap cars on another side. We're going to have both lead lap cars take both lanes, so they're going to line up just about exactly as you would expect in real life NASCAR events, as they do. So double file restarts will now be in both the mock and offline series of the PLCS, so we're very excited to have that. Second, from now on, during a caution period in the mock series, they will slow down the moment the caution flag flies. So cars will slow down like they do in real life when the caution drops. The offline series is not going to have that rule put in place. They will keep the racing back to the caution rule for that series, but I just want to let you know that for the mock series there is no racing back to the caution, and for the offline series there is racing back to the caution. And one more thing, both races can still end under caution. I thought about adding like the green-white checkers at the end, but I've decided to have both races end under caution because just would be too gimmicky to have 2 more laps run just for a green flag finish. It just felt too gimmicky, and some of you just didn't like when I added overtime for a couple seasons back in the offline series of the PLCS. So I've decided not to put overtime again for both series, and both events events from both series can still end under caution. So I've decided not to implement green-white checkers or anything like that in both leagues. That's been going on since the beginning, and I will keep that for the rest of the season, just to let you know. One more thing before we start the qualifier races, Cody Ware has been indefinitely suspended by the PLCS, same as in real life, so Matt Crafton will take over the 51 this weekend. And then next weekend, Zane Smith will drive the 51. Also, Chase Elliott will return in real life in Martinsville next week, but Chase Elliott never left here in the mock series. He will stay in the 9 all season. I just put Josh Berry in a separate entry, the 88 Junior Motorsports, and Berry will continue to run that car here in this race, and then he will run that in Martinsville and at Talladega, so that he gets a fair shot at trying to win one of these things in the 88 team. So thought it'd be fun. I'm not sure if I'm going to put Josh Berry in more events after this, but we'll see. And now, without further ado, it's time to begin the qualifier races for the Food City Dirt Race at Bristol. And then after that, we'll have the full unedited race for you, 250 laps, all in its entirety from the Bristol dirt track. Hope you guys enjoy, and this is Pichu London, and I'll see you all later.